Hello everybody, this is Peter, back from Wagstaff Watches to show you how to reset your watch when you've had a new battery put in. Obviously when the batteries die out, which is roughly once a year or so, maybe slightly longer depending on how much you use the chronograph function, then you're going to need to reset the watch. So when you get it back from the jeweler, it'll probably be ticking around nicely, but what you'll probably find is they don't know how to reset it. So I'm going to talk you through that today, and hopefully it's fairly easy to follow. I've got with me today the new mesh strap, which we're really excited about on the Wagstaff Yorkshire model, the black polished version, which is selling pretty well at the moment, which is great news. And I'm going to take you through just some of the details that you're going to need to know about it. So here we go. First things first. A few people asked us, why does the top dial there have this rather strange numbering? Well, it's in fifths of a second. Because the dial obviously has to go round, and having a moving hand on a chronograph face means that if it was one revolution meant 1 second, it would flick round so quick it'd be a little ridiculous. And also having it so it effectively runs at the one revolution is 2 seconds, you'll notice that when I start it, it goes round, and the dial down here will tick round every time it goes through the 00. The 00 really was because fitting a 0 at the top and the bottom would look strange, so we went with the 00 design. Anyway, so that's where we start with this. So let's assume that you've got your watch back. So I'll just reset it a minute. And maybe the dials are all over the place because I thought it's been reset. So first things first, when you look at the crown here, the crown has effectively 3 settings on it. This position, which is the watch is running and fine, you pull it out 1 stop, which is like a little click you might have heard in the background. You can then change the date independently of the watch, and the watch keeps running, so we can run it round to whatever the current date is. And then if you pull it out completely, the watch will stop. Now at that point you are in a position where you can reset the dials. So if the dials at the top and the bottom and wherever are all over the place, then you can reset them, and this is how you do it. So when the crown is pulled in, it's fully operational and it's working. When it's pulled all the way out, 2 stops and clicks into second place, effectively it's reset. And if you use these 2 buttons now, you can reset that dial with this button and that dial with this button. So effectively, if you notice, it's in a stop position. If I start pressing it now, you'll see that that top dial starts to rotate. If you hold it in, it will actually spin around, and you can set it to the top position, so you're ready to restart the watch. You'll also notice if I press this one at the bottom, and this is a difficult one, if I press it, it will move around. So if it's slightly out, you can put it up to the top. If you hold it in again, it will spin. Now, something to warn you about. If you are resetting your watch, and just move these dials out of the way, these hands out of the way, and you miss that top position and you go around again, obviously the indicator here will start to rotate, and that's measuring 1 hour of timing. So effectively, if you're holding this in, and I'll show you here like this, it's spinning around, you'll see that the red marker will rotate. Now if you miss that top position when you're going round, then what we often recommend is spin it round to about here and then slowly press it repeatedly to get the top. But if you miss it, then you literally have to go right round holding it in until the red marker is back in the top position. I hope that makes sense. So as you can see, I'm now holding in the bottom dial. The second indicator is spinning until I release it, and you can see that the red dial is moving slowly up to the top where I'll be able to stop it, and it'll be in a reset position. Don't go over the 60-minute marker, because you'll have to do it all over again. Only takes about a minute to hold it in, but I'll show you now hopefully how you can do that. So as we get close to the top and I want to stop it, I will stop on the front and then independently just press this dial in to get it to top position. So it looks like I've got a minute to go, so I'll hold it in for 1 more, get to here, and then individually click, and as you can see, the red marker and all the dials select. As soon as I then, oops, there's me knocking the camera, Then if I press this in, the watch is ready to go again. So as you say, press the top button, it will set the timer running, and stop it, it will go back to the start when I finish it. While I'm on the subject, a couple of people have asked about what happens if you do this, which is you start the watch, this is the start-stop button, and this is the reset button. If you press this while the watch is running, you'll notice that the watch looks like it's stopped. It's not, it's actually paused, and if you repress that button again, it will jump forward to timing. It's as if you're taking a lap time of something and you want to stop after the first lap and just check the timing and go, right, I'm going to record that. Whatever your timing is still running in the background, and then when you press it again, it'll jump forward to catch up. If you then press to stop the watch, effectively the chronograph is now stopped, and you can reset it, pass it up. Now, this dial here will only run for approximately 30 seconds, because the object is that you don't really need fifths of a second once you get past 30 seconds, and this dial will keep going round. When this has rotated and done 60 minutes in total, this dial here will obviously mark the minutes, but what you'll see is that after 1 hour, the whole thing stops and resets itself. So effectively, it will only time up to 1 hour. Ideal for your parking meter. So folks, hopefully that's been clear enough for you to reset your watch when you've got a battery in it, and hopefully I haven't sounded too Australian, as my son keeps accusing me of sounding when I'm on a video, and hopefully you're enjoying your Wagstaff watch as much as we've done in getting them to you. So please, if you've got any comments or questions or suggestions or insults or any of that kind of stuff, you lovely people, then please put them below. We tend to use this YouTube channel really to just communicate with our customers about aspects about the watch. So watch this space for any more details. Hopefully that's clear. Hopefully I've covered it. Checking my notes here, and I think I have. So I'll leave it there. Thanks for listening, everybody, and hope you're enjoying that Wagstaff. Bye-bye now.